AgSource TV here, and I'm here with Lloyd and Jackie Bothe from the Brookings area, and we're here at their LNJ Market booth at the Sioux Empire Fair. Thanks guys for being with us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what you got going on here.
Well, we run a family farm. It's a fourth generation farm, and we actually live by Aurora, South Dakota. My dad farmed through his life, and he started with the no antibiotics and no implants on our commercial cattle that we were selling. And when I married my wife, I was raising hogs and sheep and that stuff at that time. And she kind of involved into the part of marketing our meats by halves and quarters. And then we went into selling it by the pound and that stuff that way.
So now you're out, you do that. I think you have a store now opened up in Brookings, right, Jackie?
Yes, sir. On 706 Main, South Avenue. It's not much, but it's a start. Holds the freezers, and it's been really good so far.
Well, if what you're selling out of that store is anything like what I ate here yesterday at your booth, you should have people lined up buying your meat.
Yes, everything that we do on the concession stands is all raised off our farm. The hamburger patties we sell today is all from our beef at home. Same with the pork and the brats. We also raise outdoor hogs, free-range chickens, do eggs, all that stuff. We're like Grandpa and Grandma used to have a farm and that stuff here. We got a little bit of everything.
You know, it's kind of funny seeing a family farmer from Aurora, South Dakota doing the same thing that some of the massive corporations are doing in terms of vertical integration. I mean, you're a farrow to the stomach operation, basically, aren't you?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, we run our calves, our ewes, our goats, everything is born on the farm, and we don't leave the farm until it either goes through the store or goes through the slaughter plant. We do everything, finish it out all right off on our farm.
So what are some of the biggest challenges about doing it that way?
Time consuming. It's very time consuming. Just to get the product out there and to let people know we're there is a huge thing. We also do the farmers market, so we do a massive garden, and we use the truck here for that. We go to Brookings, Madison, Aberdeen. We kind of go all over with it, and a lot of it's just a matter of getting your name out there.
And being small like us, it's hard to get the financing. You know, there's not a lot of banks, lenders, investors that want to invest into a small operation, a family farm like that, you know, where there's lots of potential. They just don't see it as a mass operation, so they don't think we can make money.
Well, you know, they're in the not risk business, it seems like, a lot of them, and if you don't need a loan, you can get one pretty easy, but if you need some toehold, they're kind of reluctant.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot harder for a small guy to get it than it is the guy that farms 5, 6, 7, 10,000 acres, you know, and that stuff.
You know, we're seeing kind of a national trend toward people wanting to eat a little bit closer to the source, and it looks to me like maybe you guys really are onto something good here.
Oh, absolutely. That's, you know, one of our biggest things is it's growing right here. I know exactly what they eat. I know exactly what they've had throughout their whole entire life, and people like to see that, and they like to know that, you know, not everything's confined in a building. That's one of our biggest things with our pigs is they're outside and they can be an animal. They're not confined to a single space. Same thing with chickens and that. They live outside. They can eat what they're supposed to eat and what God gave them, and not just stuck to one prior diet. So people really like that. That's one of our biggest sellers.
Yeah, we see, you know, you just look around on the news, Facebook, every place, you know, you're seeing that all over, and of course there are two sides to every one of that story. So, you know, the production people say, look, we gotta make it affordable to people too.
But in my operation, don't get me wrong, I don't handle the amount of numbers as the big guys do. But if I had the help and the time, I could handle just as many numbers as they do. And when it actually comes down to the overhead wise, when the pig prices and things go around, I can support myself and still make money when we do happen to hit 35-cent hogs, because I don't have a $10 million worth of buildings to worry about making payments on every month. You know, I've got it that I'm more flexibility of still being able to make some money. I'm not making a lot of money at that, but you still got more flexibility and you don't have to worry about the overhead on your dollars to keep pushing things through to try to make it work.
You know, the last few years, you know, we've been hearing all the political yoo-ha about country of origin labeling, but you guys can actually go county of origin labeling on your stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We can tell you virtually what day the pig was born or the calf was born, to the day it was weaned,
to the day
it went from this barn to that barn, to the day it went to slaughter, the day that we sold it to a packing plant.
Well, like one of your mottos says, know your farmer, right?
Absolutely.
Yep, know your food, know your farmer. And that's often another saying we have is we're rolling with good old times, raising them with pride, and selling with confidence.
Fantastic. Well, how does somebody, say in Minnesota or in western South Dakota, contact you to try to get a bundle of the specialty products that you provide?
You can look at us up online. It's lnjfarmsandranch.yolasite.com, or you can call me 691-3290, or he's 691-3870.
Or if you're going through Brookings, you can stop in, get a cooler, and take it on home with you, huh?
Absolutely.
And what are your hours at the store in Brookings?
Right now, you know, we're kind of open. If you need something and we're there, give us a holler. If not, the number's on the door. We're pretty well right next door.
We live 15 miles from town, so if we happen to not be there for some reason,
just give us a call.
Call us, and we're flexible. We run right in if we happen not to be there.
And the Brookings Farmers Market's on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so we're there. And then Thursdays, we're either in Aberdeen or Madison.
Okay, so what's next for this traveling feeding operation you got going here?
We're actually headed
to
next
Riverboat Days
Thursday,
in
Friday,
Yankton.
Saturday, and Sunday. We will be at Riverboat Days in Yankton, South Dakota.
So come and get it.
well, best of luck to you folks down there, and thanks for spending some time with with us. You have a real unique operation here, and we sure want people to know about it.
We really appreciate the time of showing that there's still young and little farmers out here that's trying to make a living at
we ain't
growing
all
stuff
big.
the right way.
Yeah. Well, and you know, obviously you're doing it in a very unique way, and that's what really interests us.
Oh, absolutely.
Appreciate the time, sir.
Lloyd and Jackie, thanks again, and best of luck to you in the future.
Thanks, dear.
Thank you.